this month's new video. Today I'm going to be walking you through basically the rest of the fall launch. This was originally supposed to be like a 3 or 4 part series, but I'm so behind in my backlog of footage that I'm just gonna cram basically 2 videos into one. It might be a little bit longer than you're used to, but I did try my best to just trim the fat. One last thing before we really get into me talking about the video. The fall collection is obviously up and available to be purchased, and as of filming this right now, I am only a couple days away from launching my second large-scale collection. It is a Valentine's themed collection called Take Care with Love, and well, maybe just go check out my website on February 12th to see what it's all about. All right, let's get into it. So when I started ideating about this collection, I was just drawing in my notebook, and then once I kind of had a general concept for that, I went ahead and took a scan of it and threw it into Illustrator, and here I'm just basically going through and doing some coloring and just building out the whole collection. I have a lot of really fun ideas that I wanted to basically concentrate on. I did originally want Sweetie Bear to be a princess, but it just wasn't vibing with me. It was a little bit too pink everywhere, so I went ahead and I made her a little teeny bopper. I really wanted to try and use this collection to expand the world building of the Sweetie Bear world. Obviously, they come from a place that candy grows like flowers, and there's an abundance of food and sweets. And so I was just really concepting and thinking about that and how it would function in a world like this. I think where I ended up going with it turned out amazing. I had candied apple lanterns instead of pumpkin lanterns, and black licorice vines, that kind of stuff. And yeah, one of the things about when I work in Illustrator is there's a lot of work up front to create each icon or character or their design, but once I have the base down, I can very easily copy and paste and change certain things. The first half of this video is me just doing that, just creating the items and everything. And the second half of this video, which was supposed to be, that last video, is more of me trying to get all of my devices to work, like my Cricut machine and my printer, getting the saturation, everything down, and then the shop launch, which stay tuned for that because I was not expecting things to go the way they did. So, this is the part in the process where I do a lot of color variants. Basically just exploring with different levels of the color combination. That's why you can kind of see me doing a lot of different colors of these apple candy treats. I did kind of end up just going with, I think, the original color or something very similar to it. Yeah, sometimes that's just how things end up going. The good thing about this is like it basically makes it so that it's easier for me to visualize my color combos and just make sure that I'm making the right decision with those. Obviously here I'm just building up the look of Candy Bun as a mummy. I think this took me a lot longer than I was expecting it to. My characters are built, like they're designed lineless, and so adding lines to something that's lineless can get a little tricky sometimes, especially in Illustrator, and I wanted to keep the same flow of kind of that like really hand-drawn feel, so I didn't want to just use the line tool. So here I am just building up the jack-o'-lantern. It's actually a caramel apple lantern. And then after I was done playing around with the colors and just making sure everything looked nice, I did go ahead and try to put it on Lollipop's head. I was thinking like, oh, haha, wouldn't that be funny to make him like the headless horseman? But it didn't end up working. Lollipop's head is just, it didn't work. I wasn't sure how to get her ears to come out of the thing or whatever, so I just decided to stick with my original idea and make Lollipop a witch. So it's been a few days. I started a new job and it's been rough. It's been really rough on my energy levels. Last night I came home, I took a shower and I went to go lay down for like 5 minutes, and it was like 5 o'clock and I woke up at like 10. So I just decided to go back to sleep. I didn't even eat dinner tonight. Today is my only day off, so we're gonna try and get some stuff done. I'm about to go make coffee right now, so I had to find my plug-in for my Cricut because I haven't used it since I moved. Just found it. It is currently 8:30, so it's like a half hour since I last videoed. I've got my brand new mat for cutting. So right now we're just doing a test cut on my die cut stickers. I know for a fact that I want to go back in and make the designs more vibrant, but I first want to make sure there's not any more bigger major problems with the cuts before I go in and make the changes. I just did the calibration and now we're doing a test cut. You can kind of see. Okay, that's already not looking promising. Okay, time to test it out. Let's see here. There's a couple little dots. I don't even know if it'll focus. Here, there was a couple, yeah, just itty bitty dots. I'm not really sure why it's doing that, but I think, yeah, like you can't even really tell, so I might try and re-upload them and then do it again. So this is the second saturation level. It obviously, so this was the first. Obviously that looks way better now. I'm debating on going even higher on the saturation because this matte just really sucks all of the saturation out of it. But I guess I'll cut these out and see what I think they look like individually. Okay, so I actually bumped up the saturation on both by 28. So I'm just going in, clicking OK. All right, and then also another thing that was wrong with the bookmarks last time. Oh my God, that's crazy. I have no idea how that got like that. Anyways, so I'm gonna take both of these. I'm actually gonna open them in Photoshop again. Just give me a sec. And then I'm actually gonna put them upside down. I'm gonna flip them upside down, both of them. That way, when they print, they are correct. Are these not centered? Is that why I'm having so many issues? Hold on. Here we go, you guys. So I had a hard time and I couldn't figure out the double-sided, but I couldn't figure out the back. So what I ended up doing is just doing just the print, the pattern on the back of them, so that when I do cut them out, they'll be double-sided, but they'll still be a little different, which I think I actually kind of like more now that I think about it. Oh, this is new? Sure, let's give this a try. Upload. No, I wanna upload. What the, why did they change this? Okay, so this is not awesome. I can't figure this out. What's going on? Oh, okay, nice. Home, canvas. Upload. There we go. Upload. Alright, please ignore how I look. Anyways, I've been doing some test prints on the printer and running them through my Cricut to make sure that the cuts are looking good for the sticker sheets. Come to find out, so cool. The sticker paper that I specifically bought for the sticker sheets, because I wanted it to be more like planner stickers, it's such low quality paper that it was making lines appear in the print. And now that I've switched over to the stuff that I used for the die cut stickers, that problem has disappeared, so that is good. What's bad is I don't know if I have enough of this paper for both. I'm not gonna film too much today because I'm just in go business mode. And also because I've just been having the printer and the Cricut just yelling all morning. just started the shop launch. I look like crap. I woke up a little late and I was sweating in my sleep, so that's why I look a little haggard. Also, as soon as I shop launched, she decided to lay down on me, so now I can't move. She's purring. Can you hear it? Anyway, I'm going to sit here and then I guess just keep making promotional posts until she gets up, and then I will make my coffee. It's been about 2 hours since the launch. I've officially gotten a text message from my mom. Yeah, that happens every time that I post anything. I eventually have a typo that she texts. So I'm in the process of dealing with that. And yeah, I don't really know what else to do all day, so I'm gonna pack oopsie bag and work on creating a shop for my actual website. So eventually everything will be hosted under one thing. And even though now, like, my website subscription at no additional cost does come with a shop, I can't do memberships without increasing the monthly cost. So my memberships are still going to be on my Coffee page along with my commissions, and I think I'm just going to keep my shop up on Coffee but start driving traffic for sales to my website, because I feel like even though for me Coffee is pretty easy to navigate, I've also had to create a bunch of stuff on my Coffee, so it makes sense to me, and I don't know, someone like my mom is already very confused. So just having a shop on my website makes more sense. I don't have to send out multiple links. If somebody wants my coffee, I'll give it to them. But otherwise, yeah. Okay, so it is 8:27. Please ignore my voice. I don't know what's going on right now. I just got my first order. I'm not going to show it to you because it's got confidential details of the buyer on the page, but I'm going to read it out. So, 1 lollipop costume sticker was purchased. 1 Sweetie Bear Halloween coloring sheet was purchased. A Fun Time Sweetie Bear sticker sheet. And a Halloween oopsie bag. I'm doing the math. It's still early. 2.5 hours since my shop launched. And keep in mind, like, I have, like, pretty much 0 following. I think I have maybe 100 followers on Instagram, and I get, like, maybe 2 likes a post. Threads I have a little bit more, but my art stuff doesn't get interacted with. It's only when I, like, go on rants about stupid stuff, like punching a printer. So I am so excited. I'm probably going to wait to pack that up till later. Okay, so it's a little later in the day, and I'm in a new place, in case you couldn't tell. I noticed that there's mold on the ceiling in our second bedroom. So I had to relocate for the day while I wait for maintenance to show up. Danielle here. I think after the mold thing happened, I just forgot to keep filming and talking. So I'm here to kind of catch you up on everything that happened. That first day, I ended up with a second and a third order. I was absolutely blown away. I was not expecting a single sale, so to not get 1, not get 2, but get 3 was crazy. I was so grateful, and just I felt I was really overwhelmed in a good way about it. But yeah, and then I'm not sure if it was the following day or 2 days later, but I did get a 4th order. There should be a picture on screen right around now showing those 4 packages and the total that I received. Obviously, this doesn't account for cost of goods sold, or any like deductions, just like the money that hit my account from purchasing was a total of $119.18 in USD. Yeah, so I made a decent amount of money. I was really surprised, really happy about it, and that money actually allowed me to purchase a table. Yeah, so I now own a table. It did take me a couple months to purchase it. I was going back and forth about it, and also I was just holding on to the funds in case anybody was going to request a refund. And yeah, that was basically everything that I was looking to say in this video. I just want to say thank you so much for sticking around. I know that I have a really infrequent upload schedule. That's just kind of the name of the game. Obviously, I'm trying to focus mostly on the art business, and since this is just the beginning stages of my YouTube stuff, obviously it's not monetized, so I have to prioritize stuff that is more quickly earning potentials. Anyways, I'm going to stop myself from rambling more and more by just thanking you again so much for sticking around for the video. Please feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and since this is kind of a Halloween themed video, let me know, what is your favorite holiday? Is it Halloween? It's definitely my favorite holiday. Alright, have a good one. Bye!